How are you, my friends? This is another pre-calculus challenging question about inverse functions. We have given here two functions, m of x, cube root of 1 over 3 times x minus 8, and n of x equals x to the power 7 minus 1 all to the power 5. The first part here, find the function capital F of x is equal m inverse circle n inverse of x. So clearly here we have to find the inverse of these functions, and then we find the composition. Second part, find the value of f of minus 32 plus f of minus 1 plus f of 0. Then we add them. Now, for more pre-calculus challenging questions, you can visit, please, this playlist. First, we have to mention that these functions m of x and n of x are 1-to-1, which means every value in the domain has exactly one different image, one y value, because only 1-to-1 functions, they have inverses. If the function is not 1-to-1, then the inverse does not exist. Now, the first function here, m of x, is a cube root. This is enough to say this is 1-to-1. I put here the graph as an extra. You don't have to graph it. Just mention cube root function is 1-to-1. Also, this one is an odd degree polynomial function, like x cubed, x power 7, x power 5. The degree here is 35, x to the power 35. So this is also odd degree polynomial function, n of x also 1-to-1. One more thing before I continue the solution, there are 4 steps we have to follow to find the inverse if it exists. We replace f of x by y. That's a simple example here. Interchange x and y, solve for y, then the new y will be the inverse. Let's apply that here. Now, this is m of x, this is n of x. Let's find the inverse of the function m first. So this is y here, cube root 1 over 3 x minus 8. Interchange x and y. So this is x equals that one, and here we put y. Now cube here, cube both sides. This is x cubed, and this is 1 over 3 y minus 8. Let's multiply by 3, so we get 3x cubed is equal y minus 8. Solve for y, so take 8 on the other side, it becomes 3x cubed plus 8. This will be the inverse of the function m. So if we look at the function n of x, x to the power 7 minus 1 all to the power 5, let's replace here n of x by y is equal to this, then interchange x and y. So x will be equal to y to the power 7 minus 1 all to the power 5. Now remember, we need y here, we have to solve for y. So let's take the fifth root of both sides here. So this will be fifth root of x is equal y to the power 7 minus 1. Leave y to the power 7. Take minus 1 on the other side becomes plus 1. Now remember, we need y. So let's take the seventh root of both sides. So y becomes equals seventh root of fifth root of x plus 1. And this will be n inverse. So this is the inverse of the function n. Now, find now the function capital F, m inverse, circle n inverse of x. We continue on the next slide. So this is m inverse, and this is n inverse. Now use the definition of composition. So the function f of x is equal m inverse circle n inverse of x, which will be m inverse of n inverse of x. So which means I have to replace all this n inverse. See, replace n inverse in m inverse. So all this function, this will be like x, which this one here, see, seventh root. All this, I have to replace it in this x here, in the function m inverse. So it will be 3 outside. This is the inverse inside, the seventh root, all cubed plus 8. Now this is the function f. You see this one here, 3, seventh root of all this cubed plus 8. So this is A part. Now P part, replace now minus 32 in this function. So we need f of minus 32 plus f of minus 1 plus f of 0. So I have to find here three quantities, minus 32 in the function capital F. So it will be here minus 32. All right. And then I replace minus 1. And then I replace 0 in the x. Let's continue on the next slide. I can tell you here what to do. Fifth root of minus 32. Minus 32 is minus 2 all to the power 5. So this number here is minus 2, the fifth root. See this one here from the last slide, this is minus 2 inside here, plus 1 there, so that's minus 1. Let's take one by one here. Let's do this one here. So minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. Seventh root of minus 1 is minus 1. All cubed is minus 1. So minus 1 times 3, minus 3, plus 8, that's 5. See, the first number here is 5. Now the second number. Fifth root of minus 1 is minus 1. Plus 1, that's 0. Seventh root of 0 is 0. Cube root will be 0. So that will be 8. See, the second number is 8. Now the last number, fifth root of 0 is 0 plus 1. That's 1. Seventh root of 1 is 1. Cubed, 1. 3 plus 8 is 11. So now you add 5 plus 8 plus 11. So f of minus 32 plus f of minus 1 plus f of 0 equals 24. Now for more inverse functions, examples, ideas, you can visit the playlist Pre-Calculus Old Exams Questions, Inverse Functions, or you can visit the Pre-Calculus course, lecture number 1. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, you can subscribe and share it with your friend. I wish I can see you in another video with another pre-calculus challenging question. Thank you for listening. Bye.